Thank you for tuning into the JP Lopez show. Got a great episode for you tonight, guys. This guy, Rodney, I didn't know him at all. He showed up at the first live show, and we were texting throughout the, DMs on Instagram, and showed up to the first live show. Instantly became family. Got Justin Martinez on the show. He goes by Yes Lord Music. Check him out on Spotify. This guy is so deep into his faith that it just opens my mind up, and I mean he's brilliant. So check it out, guys. Once again, I got my co-host Eric. You all know and love him. Eric's the co-host. Rodney's came down, and we're going to spotlight his homeboy, Mike. This show reached out West Virginia, so shout out you, Mike. But come on in, chill out, get your popcorn ready, and thank you for tuning in. And if you could do me a favor and please like and share, rate and review, share my show to friends and family. Help me grow, help me reach, expand. I would greatly appreciate it. But thank you for tuning in. It's the JP Lopez show.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on!
It's the JP Lopez show.
Welcome back to the JP Lopez show. Got a first-time guest. Lucky and blessed to have you, brother.
Good to be here, man.
Thank you. Got my boy Rodney. Plug, promote everything you got going on right now, bro.
Right now, Floyd's Barbecue and Hibachi, down in Midland. We're doing hibachi. We're doing barbecue. Just hit us up. Catering, plates, whatever you can do, whatever you want. Hit us up. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Floyd's Barbecue and Hibachi.
Yes, sir.
Want to hit that phone number?
Phone number is 432-553-5577.
So we mentioned it on the podcast, but when we went out to dinner and you said that fried rice, I was like, damn, we need to get him to Lubbock and get that shit.
Yeah, man. Fried rice turned out good, man. So we had a plate sale, I guess whenever the storm was, a couple weeks ago.
The ice storm?
Yeah, the ice storm. So, man, the day started out crazy. I went out to warm up my truck. Of course, it was completely iced over. Went to shut my truck door. Long story short, it wouldn't shut. So I was like, oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me, man.
Of all fucking days.
Of all days, man. Why today, man? So anyway, long story short, there was ice where the handle was that was lodged behind it, so it wasn't able. So we dusted it off, and then it was able to shut. So then we get to where we're going to cook at. My Blackstone, only one burner lit. So I cooked all that food basically on one burner. And it wasn't even like the full burner. You know, on the Blackstone, it has the 4 burners. It was just the first, third of the burner. And I couldn't even control the temperature gauge. It was jet engine through the whole cook. So I was having to cook over here and move stuff, and it was crazy, man. It was crazy, man. But we got through it. Got people their food.
Dad made miracles today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Got people their food, and we had a couple of, because I was going back and forth when I saw the weather. They want to cancel it, they want to push it back. And my brother in Virginia, he ordered some plates for some of his elderly family members, and they were homebound. So I was like, no, I can't cancel, man. I got to get these people their food.
Yeah.
So we did, got them their food, got great reviews. People, he actually texted me today and was like, hey, man, my people want to know where you're going to be doing plates again.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, so we got some things on the docket that we're going to get going, get rolling.
Bro, think about what you just said. Ice storm, shit didn't work, and then you still got great reviews.
Yeah.
That's a blessing in itself.
Yeah, man. After it was all said and done, I was back home that night. I was like, we did good, man.
Yeah.
We did good. you go through hell, and that's a metaphor for life. You go through hell, and then you do something, and you put it out there. And at the end of the night, or at the end of the day, you're like, I did something good today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did something good today.
The perseverance through the whole thing is as great as you just giving the food out, getting the food out, and the perseverance is
Yeah, man. I just looked at it as
complete.
as a challenge. You know, if I'm gonna make this food thing work and grow it into something, this is not gonna be my only mishap. There's gonna be more stuff that pops up, and like I said, it's just a metaphor of life. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna tuck tail and give up? Or
A lot of people do.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, even when it's cold, I'm not going today.
Yeah, and it was freezing, man. I was cooking, so my patio at my house is open, so I was able to go to my daughter's mom's house and cook in her garage. Kept me out of the elements, kept me out of the snow, but it was still cold as shit. So it was so cold enough that I could leave the food on a tray in the garage, and like it was
refrigerated.
Yeah.
It was on the freezer.
And actually, so we took brisket and we sprinkled it over kind of as a garnish on top of the fried rice.
That sounds good.
When I was warming up the brisket to put it over the fried rice, it was frozen.
Wow.
It was that cold in the garage. It had frozen together.
Wow.
So yeah, so it got it, threw it over the hot griddle and sprinkled it, sauced the fried rice, and got it out. So it was dope, man. It was hectic, but it was fun. It was fun.
I would like to watch a cooking show with you and Eric.
That'd be good. I got that little Weber cooking up in a pile of meat on it.
And then y'all present the shit. Eric is like, this is camel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he'd have the exotic. I'm like, man, this is pork chops.
This is a pork sprinkled with brisket.
Yeah.
I present you my duck.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, fuck
Here you
yourself.
go, fuck yourself. If you don't like it, you're stupid.
You're stupid.
That's fine.
Justin, man, thank you for returning, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate
thanks for having
you,
me, man.
I
Sorry I
know-
couldn't make it yesterday.
I know, but fuck, I'm glad you made it today. You
Yeah.
had a daddy-daughter dance
For
just
sure.
a while ago, and
Yeah.
you're still here. Like, dude,
Yeah.
thank you, bro. For real.
Yeah, for sure, man. Anytime.
Promote anything you got going on, man.
Oh man, I want to add something to the cold garage real quick. During that freeze, we had made caldo. My wife made it actually, and our fridge was just packed. I mean, with food because everybody went and bought everything up at the store. So did we, and we didn't have nowhere to put it.
He was like, I was in there too.
I was in there too. I had to get something for myself. No, we didn't have nowhere to put it, and I was like, let's put it in the garage.
Yeah.
Let's just put it in the garage.
Yeah.
It's already a cooler out there. So we did. We went and put it outside, and next day it was cold. It was
Yeah.
fresh still. We
yeah.
warmed it up, and everybody was eating. So yeah, it was good. But yeah, so actually during that snowstorm, my brother Mike Servin was in town from Indiana. I don't know if y'all know Mike Servin.
I
He's
wanted to ask you about him.
the Jesus Christ guy.
That break
Jesus
dance.
Christ, yeah. There you go. That's my brother, man. And anyways, him and his wife and his newborn son stayed over at our house for about 4 days, and we just locked in the studio and we just made a bunch of music, had a lot of fun, ate a lot of good food.
Nice.
Just had a blast. And so that's really what we're working on right now. So I had just dropped my album recently, which I'm also working on a tour. My wife is helping me work on a tour. It's going to be called the Church on the Curb tour. And we're just going to hit up all the small towns in the area. When I moved from Austin to Lubbock, when I was like 12 years old, I moved to Shallow Water, actually. So I was just a big city kid in a little town. And one thing that didn't go there a lot was like entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I did go to the church there a few times as a kid because like I would just walk around the town looking for something to do. And I would go to the church, and I remember one time there was some
Catholic
rappers.
church?
No, it was like a Christian church or Baptist church.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the kids would go like on Wednesdays, right? To like a kids youth group. So I'll go hang out with them. And
Is
then
that the one by the baseball field?
by the baseball field, I want to say yes. It's called the Garage. It's just a little building.
Okay.
No, not by the baseball field.
Okay.
Now I remember where that's at. No, it's kind of like closer to the train tracks.
Sorry to throw you off.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
So I went there a couple of times, and actually there was a rap group that was there, a Christian rap group, and that was a long time ago. So I just remember like, man, being a young kid with a grand imagination and just a lot of ambition and ideas. Like there's those people out there in those small towns that don't really get visited, don't really get that those fires don't get lit as often as they do here in the inner city. So my wife and I was like, man, let's just go. Like even if we got this little Bluetooth speakers this big. I'm like, even if we just put that somewhere in the park or something, let's just go. Like let's not worry about getting booked or an event or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'll help you promote the shit out of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So we need to work on some dates on that, but yeah, hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be running that up. So
Awesome, bro.
yes, sir.
That's awesome,
That's
bro.
dope.
And are you on Spotify now?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Spotify, Apple Music, everything, anywhere you stream
Okay.
music. So
And
you can look
and
up YL Martinez.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
And the name of the album is The Lord Who Heals You. The Lord Who Heals You, which is Jehovah Rapha in.
And did you figure out your old music?
I haven't changed any of that yet. If you want to look up Ezra Mills, you can go on there and look that up too. That's my old alias and
Because I know the last time we talked, you were talking about trying to convert that over to the new one.
yeah. So also the last time we talked, my house was like flooding. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I was under the house fixing it for a long time. I pulled my studio out of storage for enough time to like make some beats because Mike and I had already planned. That was already probably 5 months ago or more. We had planned on some point getting together for this album of his. So I put it out long enough, made some beats, and then I had to put it all back up to start renovating the next project, which was my daughter's room. She didn't have a room in our house, but we had like a small passageway that was walled. It had 2 sliding doors in it. So I took those sliding doors out, put walls up, and then I built this huge walk-in closet for her. And it took like 4 weeks. So I put it up, and I say all that to say is I didn't get a chance to really focus on the music and the album that I had just dropped. I really had just shot like 2 music videos for it, and then I kind of had to throw it on the back burner because I was like, time to focus on the house real quick because my daughter needed somewhere to kind of camp out for a little bit because some issues with school. She was starting homeschool, and like it just took forever to get that process going. So I was like, I'm just gonna build this room now. Give you.
Did
a place.
you have Eric in your ear?
Every single day.
Figure it out.
Every single
Figure it
day,
out.
bro. Every day. But just like I told you that day, it's like I needed that because I got it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I got it done, man. And it was just a reminder, just like you said, in the cold, you show up, man, and you put the work. Somehow you lay down at night and say, dog, I did that.
Yeah,
I
100%.
did that, bro.
100%.
Like the snow, the rain, whatever problem, whatever hurdle, like we got over it. Building her room was like 4 weeks of just no sleep.
Yeah.
No sleep. I mean, I got to the point where I was like, I'm drained. I'm tired. And I remember I don't even remember what happened, but I think everybody went out and I just slept all day.
You didn't make it too nice though, right? Where you wanted to be like, I think I'm gonna use this for myself.
Well,
I'm gonna keep this.
when I was finally finished with the last,
Baby, we're gonna work on the garage for you.
I was like, man, I hope I never have to come back in here except for to bother you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do it. Yeah. But no, it's all good. I mean, it's nice. I mean, obviously, I'm not a professional at those things. So I can see.
But a walk-in closet? Shit, I ain't even got that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I think everybody in the house is jealous of that. But I'm like, just give me time. I got plans for everybody's space. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to be comfortable. I got 5 kids. So we got this house, and I saw the vision. I kind of got my wife to see the vision, and then I think now after a couple finished projects, she's like, "All right, I see what you can do. Let's go."
Okay, so 5 kids. Obviously, your kids share rooms, right? Or no, they each have their own room.
The only ones that share are the 2 youngest, 10 and 8.
Okay, so how do they feel about that? Do
I
they
mean,
like it, or it's just life?
So the girl's the oldest, and she's 10, and she wants her own room. So like that's the next project. It's actually a den. So the house has a living room and a den. So it's a huge den. So I'm gonna put a wall down the middle, build them some closets.
Yeah.
And then they're both gonna have their own room.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that'll be a lot easier, but I can still see what takes the most work is demo. Taking all the old stuff off. Bro, that took so long.
Yeah.
And it was tiring.
Eric, what was life like? Legit sharing a room. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. It's life.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But
I didn't know. Not that I didn't know I didn't like it. It was just what it was. But as soon as my older brother moved out, Domingo, then they were like, "Oh shit, I got my own room." But yeah, no, I think I shared a room with at least one of my brothers all the way to age 15.
Yeah.
But didn't spend a lot of time. I guess we played video games or whatever. We spent a lot of time outside, so it didn't matter that we weren't hanging out in our room.
Yeah.
Except for to go to sleep. So I don't know.
I always wonder because, when you're around that age and you kind of want your privacy and you can't. I mean, those are that's both your rooms.
Yeah, me and my brother shared a room too.
How
growing
did
up.
that go?
Man, it was all right. Me and my brother are 5 years apart, so he would want to tag along and hang out, and I'm like, nah.
Oh, he's younger?
He's younger.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, just the way it was. It was him, me, and my mom. So, I mean, we had no choice. So.
Because back in the day, I hear my aunts and uncles, they always talk about, 5 of them, 6 of them, 7 of them, and like it's a 3-bedroom house. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
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 And that was the normal. Fuck that.
Yep.
and it wasn't a big house either.
No, yeah.
Because my mom grew up like I want to say 6 or 7 of them, and then my grandparents, and it was a 2-bedroom, small little house. I'm like, how'd y'all manage?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You just did.
Yeah.
it just did.
You just did.
That's
But at
crazy.
least y'all had 2 bathrooms, right?
Yeah, we had my parents had their own restroom.
Yeah, yeah.
So then we would share that one room. But we're guys, so it don't take that damn long.
I get that, but there's also guys that have to shit at the same time.
Well, if you could, then you would go over to parents.
Well, actually, I had
shitter.
3 restrooms, right?
Well, we had
You had
the
the casita.
The casita.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could take shits. I think the biggest problem of that house growing up was it didn't have central heat and air. So it had that swamp cooler in the window, and it was fucking hot. And then a gas heater, and it was fucking cold. Like it was hot or cold almost all the time. And so still to this day, I have to sleep when it's cold. I cannot stand it being warm or whatever. I have to have the fan on. But sometimes I would wake up, there would be icicles on my pillow. The condensation from the window and stuff would make icicles on my pillow, and you could see your breath in the room or whatever. It's just
You were all inquirado.
there was some nice. I was cold. I was real cold. You'd sleep with the blankets over your head, and sometimes you just get a little too suffocated, and you stick your head out for a little bit until your nose got too cold, and you just cover yourself. I think that was the biggest problem. I'm sharing a room. I don't know. It would be cool to have your own room, but we didn't.
I remember my dad ran because I was always the kid that go fucking put water, the manguera, in the fucking air conditioner. And then one summer he ran the water hose, the water line to fill the swamp cooler. And I was like, man, we're fancy.
Fancy.
That's funny.
Yeah, we didn't have central heating and air. And then somehow, some way, I'm sure my pops fell off into some money, and they turned it into central heating and air, and it was a night and day difference. But I hated summers because, like you said, they were fucking hot.
It was hot.
And then we never were cold in the winter, though, because my dad would turn on the burners and open the oven. And, dude, fuck, it was hot as shit in that house.
Yeah. Our my mom's house is kind of spread out. So for where the heater was at, and even where the kitchen is at, it didn't reach the bedrooms. My mom and dad's room was always warm because they were right next to the heater, and then their room is next to the kitchen, so they were fine. Yeah, because my mom would turn the burners on, but like all the way to the rooms, it wasn't.
I wonder what that gas bill was when we were kids. Probably outrageous, bro.
I'm sure it was.
I'm sure it
It was
was.
all of like $20.
No, I bet it had to have been in the hundreds.
You think so?
bro?
Yeah.
Because they had the,
Even
that,
back then,
they
though,
had
like
that.
before the
I
inflation.
know. I understand
before
when
that?
it was cheaper,
Yeah.
but dude, we had that stove going all fucking day.
Oh, wow.
All throughout the
Yeah.
winter.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have guesstimated that my mom was probably paying at least $120.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s for
Yeah.
for
And that was
gas.
expensive.
Golly,
back
that's a
then.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and because the heater was gas, and then the stove was gas, like, and then the water heater's gas. So everything was gas in the house.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't die of carbon monoxide.
I feel like we weren't allowed to turn anything on until we got home from school. So it would be like stupid cold. Get home from school, it would just be stupid cold. You could turn on the burners and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because our mom wouldn't be there, nobody would be home. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
So we'd have to get home from school, turn it on, and it was just dumb cold all the time.
Did y'all grow up at babysitter's house, or y'all took care of yourselves?
Probably latchkey.
Yeah.
Took care of ourselves.
Thinking back, I was in 5th grade. My brother was I guess he would have been in kindergarten, 1st grade. We'd walk to school, walk home. I called my mom. Hey, Mom, we're home. Cool, lock the door. So, yeah, we looked after ourselves. When we were younger, we had babysitters, but...
Because we would get off of school at 3, and then my mom would get off at 5. So we'd have to walk to either my tia Poli's house or my tia Janie's house, and both of those tias were my grandma's sisters, so they were older, and I mean, me being a fuckhead, I didn't play with them. You know what I mean? Because those are senoras. You know what I mean? Those are not people you act a fool in front of. So I was always on my best behavior. And then as soon as my mom turned into a night shift employee, we just watched ourselves. And bro, like, you talk about fucking watching shows you're not supposed to watch and fucking
whole night.
yeah. And then you know the softcore porn shit, like real sex on HBO and shit. You're like, oh shit.
got the Cinemax.
Yeah, but anywho, nice little trip down memory lane, I guess. Rodney, I'm gonna ask you something, man. Do you love yourself, and do you love the person that you've become?
I think I'm learning how to love myself. You know, especially going through, you know, being laid off in September, had a lot of time, you know, to think and, you know, reflect and, you know, ask the what ifs and stuff like that. So I think I'm getting to that point where I'm learning to love myself, and also learning to, you know, embrace myself as far as, you know, with the food thing, putting stuff out there. I mean, I've got visions and ambitions to, you know, take this food thing to, you know, a whole nother level. Yeah, of course, I want to, you know, do it to provide for the family and whatnot, but I also know that I want to do something in my community as well.
Yeah.
With it. So, and all that, I have to learn how to love myself and put myself out there and do those things that, you know, I may not have done before in the past, but, you know, network. I used to hate networking. Used to work nonprofit. That's all we did was network. Hated it. But now, being, you know, trying to be out in the community and stuff, you know, yeah.
It's different when you're working for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And also you're giving a product that you have passion about.
Yes.
And the nonprofit, not that you didn't care for what y'all were doing, but it wasn't your vision.
Yeah.
You just got a job and
Right.
you were continuing someone else's vision.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see networking for yourself is
Yeah, 100%.
more beneficial.
100%, man. I've met some pretty cool people so far. It's surprising that the people that are already out there doing it, you know, they're not gatekeepers. You know, they're like, hey, you know, whatever you need, you know, let us know. You know, I talked to a guy just the other day through text. And he's like, man, whatever you need, hit me up.
Yeah.
You know, let me know.
You know, 'cause
So-
everybody can eat.
Yeah, 100%.
Just because you're doing big doesn't mean someone else can't do big.
Right.
So the more people that can eat, the better everything is. Sometimes when someone else eats, I get to eat because they see you eat. We're right next to each other, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't understand the hater mentality. I don't. Even if it's the same business that you're in, it's like Eric said, there's enough food in this world for us all to fucking eat.
Yeah.
And I don't get hating on you because you're just in the same business that I.
Yeah.
Or hating on your success.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
what for, bro?
And there's a guy, listening to your last episode, I think there was a question on, being cocky or arrogant or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I laugh because there's people that are doing kind of the same thing we're doing. And I look at their plates and the pictures that they take and they're promoting their stuff, which is cool. Hey, shout out to you. You're at where I'm trying to get to, right? But I look at their stuff and I'm like, I know my shit's better than theirs. But at the same time, we're taught to be humble as well.
Yeah.
So, I try to remain humble and not shit on other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Let them have their plates. If you see someone else's plate and yours looks better, that's just being optimistic. Like, shit, if they're doing good, I have to do good.
Yeah,
because I'm putting out product too, and the product is good.
Yeah.
So it's just optimistic.
Yeah.
So it ain't even talking about hating.
No, and I'm competitive by nature too. So, and everything that, my competitive, it goes back to me playing high school ball. I knew I lined up in front of somebody, it was him or me. And
Always.
I got to go back and deal with John Ed Parchman if you get me. So you're not getting me because I don't want to deal with Coach P. So that's the mindset that I have, in doing this stuff. We're looking at setting up at the farmer's market. And I tell people I want to be the reason people show up to the farmer's market.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's live.
So, they pull up.
And that's not fucking arrogant.
Yeah.
That's confident.
Yeah.
And it's not far-fetched
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
Attainable.
So I'm kind of
It's
dealing
not
with
cocky.
Yeah.
It's confident.
So I'm dealing with the back and forth, like, again, remaining humble. Like you, I want to promote and uplift and, people in my community as well.
Yeah.
So, if we can stand side by side and the people choose, go to your food, hey, good for you, bro.
But I think you can do that better in Lubbock, bro. I don't know.
And we like to eat over here.
There's houses over here.
I was about
if
to
you ever
say.
wanted to move.
There's a house for sale across the street from mine.
Yeah.
address.
And you do housework
Yeah, I
too.
can help
So,
you do housework.
This guy right here has
I
an
also-
8-bedroom house.
yeah, man.
I also eat and love hibachi and barbecue, so it's a perfect,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, bro, my house is listed as 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Okay, I'm just making walls and rooms.
We got Eric in here. Figure it out.
Figure it out. It's like, God damn, I made 12 rooms.
We're sleeping in a middle room with no insulation or nothing. My wife and I, and it's freezing cold, bro. I mean, I hate sleeping in there. Sometimes I sneak out and go to the
man.
living room because it's so cold when we're sleeping.
Dude, knock out them walls. Put that insulation in there, bro. Just put it in there.
Rodney, I want to tell you this, man. Career man, company man, fucking logo on my chest. Everything. We had a spending allowance that they gave us for clothes. I'm repping my company. I'm career minded. Like, I'm going to retire here. And then they fucking let me go, bro. Dude, there was 2 versions of me when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got to come home and put on a front and tell my wife, we're going to be okay. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to be okay.
Right.
The other version is telling, like, my closest friends, bro, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
Right.
Like that was it. That was my plan.
Right.
My plan is fucked. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I come back to my wife and I'm like, baby, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna be all right. That was the most stressful 5 months of my life, bro.
Yeah.
So I always had you in my prayers, bro, because I've been there. I fucking know
Appreciate
the
that.
rug just being pulled out from under
man.
you, and you're like, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah, it was pretty shitty, man. Like the way it all kind of went down. So I had that worry. Yeah, like, what the fuck am I going to do? But at the same time, I was like, the writing was on the wall. But it was still kind of shitty when it happened, when it went down or whatever. And then that's when I really, after a few weeks, nothing was coming back to me. So I was kind of just, again, listen to one of your podcasts. Y'all talking about faith and, you know, how you flipped your switch and getting into it. And I was like, screw it, I'm going to do it too.
Amen.
And I did. And I kept asking, you know, give me a sign, show me an opportunity. You know, what is it? And I kept applying to these jobs. Nothing came back. Screw it, I'm just going to go with food. And then one catering fell. Then off of that catering, another catering fell. And then, you know, plate sale. We sold 30 plates, you know. And then we got another catering coming next week. I had a lady hit me up. She's running in Odessa. She's running a food truck park. And she was like, do you do pop-ups? I said, I can. And so she was like, get what you need to get for certification in Odessa. She's like, I'm gonna put you on our vendors list.
Let's go.
So it's just, and when I kind of have that little bit of doubt, something drops.
That's
keeps
God, bro.
It is 100%. 100%.
Yep.
100%.
I get so mad at myself because I have Zimmerly here, and then I've got Justin here, and I really, truly would like to clean up my language, for real, especially around y'all, because I don't know you like personally to know like this, you know what I mean? Like this dude's got a filthy mouth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never been able to police my language, right? So around y'all, I tried to like tone it down, and then shit slips up, and I'm like, you know what? And then I finally made my peace. So I was like, you are yourself. You know what I mean? I love that I turn my life around to follow God and ask Him for His guidance in everything that I do. And if I've got a potty mouth and I can't change that, then that's just who I am, right? So then I apply that to real life. You know what I mean? Like, if I've got a drive and a want and something's pulling me this way, that's God, bro. So I tell you all this because it was when I got laid off that I opened my eyes. Number one, fuck being a company, man, because you're going to be replaced the next day, the next week. So whatever you brought to that company, you're gone, next person up. If I died there, next person up. I've got to build a brand for myself. And then if I'm building a brand for myself, I've got to be genuine in who I am. And I think that's what this show is. It's just a genuine show that a lot of people can relate to because we're just on here telling our own stories. And dude, thank you, bro, because I'm telling you all this because I feel so connected to you, bro, and I didn't even know you last year. Like, real talk. We chatted through DMs here and there, and then you showed up at the first live show, and dude, it was family ever since.
Wow.
Like, that was God, bro.
Yeah.
God put us together in each other's lives for a reason, man.
I agree.
And
I agree.
it's beautiful.
And like I said, people ask me, how'd you come across this podcast? I said, man, I don't even remember, honestly. I was just going through podcasts, was going through some crap, and, you know, was at a crossroads. And my son lives in Balmorhea, which is 2 hours from, I think I've told you, 2 hours from Midland. Your episodes are about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I would let them stack up. And you would get me to Balmorhea, you know, watch them play football or whatever, hang out for the weekend, and you would get me back to Midland. And I would listen to the shows, and it's funny because you were talking about on your last episode, I listened to it on the way up here, excuse me, you know, a bunch of slapdick stuff in the beginning or whatever, and I was like, man, this dude is me and my friends, man.
Yeah.
Like, me and my friends. And then you took that turn, and you started getting deeper, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna rock with this dude. And then when the live show came about, I was all, hell yeah, I'm gonna go support. And then when the second one came about, which was even bigger than the first one, I was like, yeah, it was dope, man.
Yeah, I was excited about that second podcast show. I was like, man, I had a feeling it was gonna be that big.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't.
I had a feeling it was gonna be.
I didn't, bro.
I as soon as you said that you were doing the show, I was like, that he's gonna fucking sell out where the hell. I hope it's this big place. That's what I was thinking because you're gonna need it.
10 minutes in, capacity.
Mm-hmm.
That's God, bro.
Yeah.
That is God.
Yeah.
And God's great.
Yeah. The thing that, and I'm a fan of yours. Like when we went to the first live show, I'm not gonna lie, dude, I was fanboying. Like I walk in, you were one of the first people I saw. You know, we dapped it up, whatever. We went and got our seats, and then I saw Eric, and I was like, "Damn, that's Eric."
You're like, dang, he's a big dude.
Yeah. And then I saw San Juan walk, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's San Juan over there." And it was just, I was just, you know, starstruck, I guess you could say, or whatever. And then honestly, whenever I DM'd you and told you, you know, your episode, you know, really hit home for me, I wasn't expecting anything back. And you messaged me back, I was like, oh shit, okay. So that's.
And then here you are on the podcast, bro.
Yeah,
here we
Here
are.
you are at the tailgate. Here you are at Eric's house swimming and shit. Like,
Over there at the rancho eating pozole.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna lie, dude. We drove for, I was like, where in the hell is this house at, man? I was like, damn.
you thought we were trying to fuck you.
Man.
Is this a Diddy party?
Foda walked in and saw one bottle of baby oil. I'm like, I'll see y'all later.
He saw 7 bottles of baby oil.
I'll see y'all later. We took off all my tech shit. I'm like, nope.
You know what?
I'm good.
Rodney, I thought you were a fanboy. What's up?
I'm
He's
good,
like, I'm
bro.
done having fun.
I'm good.
Justin, man, I'll ask you, man, do you love yourself and do you love the man you've become?
Yeah, I mean, I do. The answer is like yes and no. I do, and sometimes I catch myself like backpedaling on that. You know, sometimes I'll catch myself questioning that, and I think, man, just God and the scriptures and the Holy Spirit really helped me a lot in those areas in my life. You know what I'm saying? Just being reminded of who I am, you know what I'm saying, who I am in the Lord and who I am to my family and stuff like that. I think the thing that makes me backpedal the most is just probably like past shames and guilts, you know, like even on a night like tonight, you know, on my way, I really was at a crossroad myself, like, dang, do I drive all the way up to Abernathy to go to this dance with my daughter or and it wasn't a question as to if I should or not because I wanted to. But my question, because I'm a stepfather as well, my question was, does she want me to? And then that right there led me down a rabbit hole. Was like, am I good enough? Man, does my blood daughter, like, I started thinking about all the things that I missed with her. And then I started, you know, then that started to weigh on me. And then I was like, that can weigh on me and cause another thing that I can regret, or I can bust through this thought and get there and have the dance and have the fun.
Yeah.
And the thing and again, like the God thing about it all is that I got there in time to see all my kids because I pulled up to the house first. My daughter was there; she was on her way out. Then my other stepkids were all there, and I was able to see everybody. And those types of moments are like, man, they anchor me. So I'm seeing my kids just on the couch, they're playing, watching TV or playing on their phones or whatever, and then. I see my daughter outside, my wife's taking pictures of her in her dress, and I'm just like, it's just a picture perfect moment. And it's like, I would have missed this if I was like, because honestly, if I would have stayed and not went, it wouldn't have been because I didn't want to and I like put this or anything else before. It would have been because I was sulking. Like, they don't want me over there. You know, I it's not worth it, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, so I guess the answer could be like both sometimes, you know? But I've been fighting a lot and not even fighting, like winning that battle a lot lately, man. You know, I've really been searching the scripture where it talks about, the prayer, the prayer, we probably all learned it as a kid, you know, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I'm like, man, God, there's got to be an experience of heaven on earth. Mm-hmm. And I started looking into that, and it's like joy, peace, and righteousness, like, to experience that day in and day out, like that's attainable and it's something to work towards and something to, so like just choosing joy and peace in all things. You know what I'm saying? Just being glad, being happy, being joyful, being, you know, I think yesterday was a big test of that for me because I've been praying for that. And then I mean, last week I told my boss about yesterday coming to do the podcast, and he was, man, yeah, I'll make sure you get there. You know, we wake up at 8 o'clock and we're like, no one knows what's going on. No one, the schedules, you know, no one has anything on the schedule. And then they're like, hey, we're going to have y'all do this whole thing up there. And we're like, what? Like, in a couple hours notice? Like, there's no way. I'll never be back in time, you know? And then we get up there and they're like, well, we didn't have all the licenses we need. We're just going to do like basically a piece of the work and then go back. But in that, I was like, I didn't want to text you anything. I was like, let me just see if it plays out. But then I was like, but if I do that, I'll be worried all day, and then it's gonna have a short fuse with my coworkers. I'll probably be messing things up as I'm trying to work. Yeah. I said, let me do myself a favor and just tell JP that I'm not gonna be able to make it. And I did, and in that, I didn't have any worries throughout the day. I hated that I had to, but I didn't have a worry as far as like I would have been stressing. You know what I'm saying? And then whenever I was able to come home, like just being able to see my wife and kids, you know, and see them, that was a blessing.
That's a blessing in itself.
So just being able to go home was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
What you said just a minute ago struck me as something that we all go through these problems, realistically, we think we are, but like 90% of them are mental, and they're not real fucking problems.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of overthinking.
We're in our fucking head all the time. Like you said, like you're battling. Like, does she want me there? Fuck yeah, she wants you there. You know, but we're in our own head creating problems for ourselves, and it's not a real problem.
Right. Not for sure.
It's insane.
But there's something about if you are the dad, they always want you there.
Nah, facts.
So to think that they don't want you there is that's overthinking. You're the dad. You show up and they're like, oh shit, dad's here. Like sometimes they might not even expect it, but
even if they don't want you there, still show up.
Yeah, show up.
Yeah, for sure.
All of this is mine right here.
Mm-hmm. She's not at that age where she don't want him there though.
Yeah, she want her daddy there. Yeah. So. And okay, I don't want dad there, but I tell you what, if it's a graduation, if it's whatever, for sure, a wedding, they're gonna need their dad there. So you always show up.
Facts.
So
even for the small things.
One thing's for sure, dad's gonna be there.
Nah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That type of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think I have a pretty good track record of that. So, you know, I definitely wanted to keep adding to that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and it was such a last minute thing and just kind of like an off the wall thing. And I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna go. Even my wife was like, yeah, okay. When I got there, she's like, man, I'm glad that you came. Like, even if it was just to dance, you know. And
I got to tell you something, man. I don't give my son enough flowers that I should. I come on here and I rag him every chance I can, but I guess that's just being a dad. But dude, he's been so frugal with his money his whole life. So, you know, his real dad, I hit him up while he was in high school, and I was like, hey, man, I need you to step it up. I need half of whatever car we find him, because I don't want to pay payments, but I want to pay it cash, but I also need half of your money, bro, like to pay this. Long story short, I have a buddy that's I always go to for cars. He found me a good car, good price, and then the dad sends me like $3,000. And I mean, the car was like close to 10. All right, whatever. That works, that helps. That's fair enough, whatever. I tell you all this backstory to tell you that now he's had his car for 5 years now, and it's fucking up. He's got to fix it every week, and he's coming home and he's like, and like he's getting it fixed. Like he's figuring it out on his own. He's got people coming to the house fixing it, and I'm not helping him. Mm-hmm. So like I guess he just said, fuck it. Like I'm gonna have to buy a new car. Dude, he hit me up. You know what I mean? Like that was, I don't know, maybe an eye-opening experience, but it also was just like knowing that he's got the comfort of just coming to me and not mom. I was like, hey, man, I need a car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you got to spend money because I know he's frugal. Like, you're going to have to spend some money. He's like, I know. I was like, all right, cool, man. I'm like, I'm not sure what your credit is, but I'll co-sign for you if you need it. I got him hooked up with my boy Randall. I don't hear nothing for like 5 hours, bro. And then my buddy Randall, who sold him who's my buddy, who I would trust him to go by himself to, sends me a text and he's like, hey man, we need your insurance. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man, we just need your insurance and he can drive it home. And I was like, motherfucker, like, a la verga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, you know, he's still in school, whatever. And I'm like, all right, dude, like, you don't drive a piece of shit car no more. I've got to put you on some good insurance. And I put him on the insurance. And he's like, well, how much is that? And I'm like, don't worry about it, man. I got it till, you know, I mean, I ain't got it forever, but I got it. But, dude, I just, there's just a comfort in always being there for him his whole life to know when he needed me, I was there for him.
Yeah.
And I tell you all that because, bro, Eric, I got to tell you, man, like, I don't give you your flowers either, man. Like, you are my Superman, bro. If I ever need fucking anything in this world, you're always there for me, man.
Oh, yeah.
And, bro, I love you to death because the comfort that he had in asking me to do whatever is the comfort I have in you, bro. Like, I know that you're just a phone call away and whatever the fuck I need, and boom, let's go.
Let's do it.
And it's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't take it for granted, but I also don't, like, highlight it as much as I should.
Oh, yeah.
You're not my blood brother, but you're my brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I have you on the same in the same category for sure. Whenever you call, it actually makes me feel good that I can help you, and you can come and ask me, and I don't do anything for awards. Like it could be I helped you, and we can forget that I ever helped you. Like I literally don't help for
Yeah,
for
we're not
awards.
taking tallies on shit.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know who's helped who the most. Like I don't even know there is if it's a big discrepancy or something.
But you know what's funny is like this friendship, I like take pride in knowing that your suegro has a circle of that type of shit.
Yeah,
Like your suegro can fucking do anything.
I know.
Anything.
Yeah.
Build a barn from the ground up right now.
Yeah.
Just with his circle of friends.
Yeah. Wow. That patio area, the whole roof and everything, he built it, and his friends just brought all the material, and then they were like, "Hey, on Sunday we'll come over and help you with the hard stuff." And no questions asked. I bet he didn't spend jack shit to build that thing, to tell you the truth. And one of his really good buddies, his son is going to welding school, so he came to do a little bit of welding touch-ups. He goes, "There you go, you got it." And they built that, and that thing's only like a year old. Like he just put it. It was a little bit smaller, and it was with vines or whatever, which looked nice, but birds kept on shitting on it. He had to clean it every single weekend. He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna build something else." So yeah, no, you're right. That dude has the connects to everything, and those are the Mexicanos, like the ones from Mexico. They all became friends. So you got concrete, you got roofing, you got air condition, you got grocery store, whatever. Like they got it all, and they all just use each other for all their talents.
And nobody's
stuff.
taking tallies. Nobody's I
taking
helped you
tallies.
this time. You helped me this time. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, in this day and age where people are you know, there's no trust there, dude. That's fucking worth its weight in gold. A true great friendship is, man.
And then a whole circle of them. Like,
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that's what I have, man. Shout out someone. I miss you. That's another cat that, you know, from vacation, this motherfucker's helping me. You know what I mean? And fuck, dude. Like, I'm truly blessed. Really am. So I'll ask you, Eric.
Yeah.
Do you love the man you've become? And do you love yourself?
You know, I do love who I have become, and to tell you that I haven't always loved myself, I always have. Even though when I was doing some crazy ass shit and whatever, and crazy shit would happen to me all the time, and I probably brought it upon myself. But what I don't know if I enjoyed getting myself out of issues because that's all I've done is get myself out of issues. And most of them were self-inflicted. But I like who I have become. I'm a calmer person. And also, you know, I got to give you some flowers too, because you know, we've been coming on this show, and you know, I laughed when you said we did a whole bunch of slapdick stuff, and I actually enjoyed the living shit out of the slapdick stuff. But then, you know, you listen to the episode, right, and you're like, God damn, we're doing some dumbass slapdick stuff, right? And so little by little, I have been able to correct stuff that I feel like I probably should be correcting based off of being on the podcast. And so I'm aware of stuff that I wasn't aware that I was doing. Like, I'm aware now, like, and it could be the way that I approach something, the way that I said something, I was too damn drunk or whatever it was, I'm aware of it. And I would have never been aware of it if I hadn't been on the show. So, and then I also get to listen to other people's stories, the way that they approached something that I probably would have approached it differently. And I'm listening to this story, and I'm like, that's not the way I would have approached it. But it's probably a better way than what I probably would have done. And so now I know how to approach situations from different angles and stuff like that. So, I know I've evolved, and I hadn't always been aware of me evolving. It just time evolved me, but now I'm aware of my evolvement.
That's awesome, because that's half the battle, is knowing that you're not necessarily fucking up, for lack of a better word, but to be aware.
Yeah.
Situational awareness.
Yes.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that.
Yeah. And so,
people go their whole lives and then being told when they're 50, like, you've been fucking up your whole life.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And this is what you do. This is what's annoying about you.
Yeah.
And stuff like that too. So, yeah, no, I do enjoy life today, and I am happy of who I have become.
I got to tell you, man, I'm in a position where, yes, you want money. Yes, you want to, you know, prosper, and you want to be financially free. I get that. Yes, you want that. That's always a goal. But with the live shows, all this shit, people, they turn out, you're like, man, he must have made a killing. I didn't really make shit, you know? But that's never been, I need to make the money, right? And I tell you that because I'm not in this, I'm in here to build the brand, yes. But if money never comes, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not ever receiving a dime from me being a brand. What I really, really, truly want is, when I die, is someone my closest friends to say, he was always there for me. That's what I want. And that's what I've modeled my entire life to be in. And so if I know you, and when I mean by I know you, and you're in my phone, I'm going to answer your phone call every time. Even if I'm on vacation, even if I'm at work, I'm going to answer your phone call. I'm always going to be there for the people that I know. I love my life because I think that I am there for everyone that I know. not trying to put his business out there, but Thomas got sick, and I know Thomas. He don't want help. He will never tell you he's struggling. He will never he will fight you to say he's not struggling. But I knew he was struggling. I had to be there for him. I had to show up for him. San Juan's on vacation, right now. And people are like, "Hey man, where's your buddy San Juan? Why he ain't be on the show?" Well, he's away. I gotta be there for him. I gotta be there for everybody because that's who I am. And I love who I am because I've in my opinion, I've not let anyone down. I haven't. And then that's just friends. My mom, my wife, I'm never going to let them fail. Never. So to answer the question, I love the man that I am. And I love myself because I know what I'm on this earth for, because every morning I pray that God guides me. And everything that I do is in his guidance. So whatever I do throughout the day, and I know when I'm not perfect, I still sin, but I know that God doesn't like the sin, but he still loves me. Mm-hmm. So, bro.
I have a question. You said that you're rock solid on being there for other people. Do you allow other people to be there for you?
Yeah.
Because that's
yes and no. Because
that's important
like
too.
I just came up here and I told you I don't ask many people for help, but when I do, it's usually Eric, and I accept the help because I need the help. Mm-hmm. But I got the Eric, like you, I got the Eric in my ear. Figure it out. And if I can't, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's when I call Eric, and he's always there for me. But
and then we will figure it out.
Yeah.
Right.
He's asked me to do some shit I ain't never done before, and not like bad stuff, but like I've never done this before, but like fuck it, let's fucking figure it out, and here we are, and we're fucking toting shit around and whatever the fuck, like I'm the type of person like. I hate it. Was like, oh, I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, fuck it. Get on fucking YouTube. Let's see if we can do this. Yep. If it ain't too fucking complicated, then we should be able to do this. Yeah. And so, we'll go do it. I'm not going to be like, no, I don't know how to do that. I've never done that before. It's like, fuck it. I know how to do it now.
Yeah.
So, man, I've been doing that.
Yeah. Or I've been doing that.
Yeah. I mean, when someone fucking needed that trailer hauled,
yeah,
bro, we were there for like 2 hours to haul a trailer. Like, what? This should be easy. What the fuck?
I know. It's like I was gonna show up and like, and then vominos.
Yeah. His truck was too high, and the damn trailer was like skidding, and we're like, oh, okay, so let's figure this the fuck out. And it was a headache, but we figured it out.
We figured it out, and. He's the one that's outside looking, so he can figure out physics. I'm in the freaking truck trying to take off, and when he told me, I was like, chingao. And then once we flipped it, boom, 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 and then we took that thing all the way to the rancho. Yeah, that was it took us like 30 minutes to get over there.
2 hours to figure out a fucking ball hitch, but yeah.
But yeah, no, it's all good.
So, Justin, I'll ask you. So, we obviously always want more in life, right? You want more in life, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think God can trust you with more in life?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just kind of. I guess the answer is just yes, and the reason why is just more or less like remaining humble. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get too far ahead of yourself, and you can see where, from experience, kind of like Eric was saying earlier, like when you grow into that self-awareness, you can look back and say, "Dang, those things didn't work out," and then you can kind of take inventory of who you were as a man in those times and be like, "Yeah, that wasn't cool," or no wonder those things didn't work out for whatever reasons. And then, so just being humble, and being willing to to grow. And I think that's like a aspect of the trustworthiness. You know what I'm saying? Just having a heart that's always ready to learn, always ready to grow. And with that, I think that's part of the recipe for growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
I'll wait. I'll give mine last. Do you think God can trust you with more?
Now, yes. At the age of 42, be 43 this year. 20 years ago, hell no. I did some stupid shit with it. And I think that's why he has me on this path. And things are falling into my lap as they are. And he's giving me, bits and pieces. And I'm following along. Again, I ask, guidance, opportunities, give me what you think I'm ready for. And these little caterings and stuff. I mean, I'm not catering for hundreds of people, but, 55 people, 20 people, 30 plates, whatever. Mm-hmm. He's giving me these little things, I think, to build up that trust.
Yeah.
I'm not the most religious person. I'm trying to get there right now at this point in my life. So I think he's giving me what he thinks I can handle right now. Me and my friends used to always joke, sit around and talk about, I played high school football with Cedric Benson. He was a year ahead of me. And we joke, and we're like, God knew what he was doing when he made us mediocre football players. Because if we would have had his talent, man, we would have fucked it off, probably. Like, we would have
he fucked it off. He's passed away, right?
He did, in a motorcycle accident. Motorcycle accident.
Like,
but, he was at that pit. He played in the Super Bowl. So he was, he made it to the league and went to the, albeit he lost. They lost.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
I'm not being a dick.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I would have, if I had his talent, I wouldn't have made it that far. I would have, like I said, I would have pissed it off. But now, the person that I've become, I think he's giving me little nuggets, and getting me to the point to where eventually it's going to blow up. I don't say if, I say when it's going to blow up. Because
it's going to. You speak it into existence.
It's going to blow up. And like I said, I have these visions and these ambitions, for one day, me sitting in the back corner of some building, watching my daughter run things. And so I think he's got me on the track. He's giving me what I'm asking for, but he's doing it. It's like you win the lottery. Do you want the lump sum or do you want the payout? Mm-hmm. Give me the payout. Because if I get the lump sum, I'm gonna do something stupid with it. So I think that's what he's doing in my personal life.
I have a bunch of shit to add on, but it goes with what my response would be. So I'll keep it to myself till then. But Eric,
I don't even know where to start. Like, repeat the question to me again.
Do you think God would trust you with more?
Yeah. No. If I was presented more, I think I know how to handle it right today. And we go back and you're talking about if I had more when I was younger. I don't know if I had the proper guidance to be given more. I think I was given a talent, and it's probably a hereditary talent to persevere of whatever is happening to you right now. And to say that I lived a harder life than my parents did and my grandparents did would be an actual lie. But what I had to overcome and persevere, it was probably the equal. I'm just a kid that wants to enjoy life. There's sports. Let's play some basketball. Let's play some football. And no, you're going to the shitty school. So guess what? Y'all fucking suck, and you're gonna get your fucking brains beat every fucking game. Okay, cool. I'm gonna change that. So I become the baddest person that I can possibly be. And when I show up to school 9th grade year, there's no one on my football team that's bigger, stronger, faster than I am. Maybe faster, but not bigger and stronger and not meaner. Tear my ACL. And I was like, what the heck? And so a 14-year-old tears his ACL. And they're like, that's it. There's nothing that you're going to do to get there's no reason for you to be playing sports anymore, right?
For at least 9 months.
I freaking rehabbed the shit like I was gonna get back to the league, right? Like I rehabbed it and I chewed out my trainer. I chewed out my doctor. I cussed out my doctor because I was gonna get back on the football field. And they're like, who cares if you get back on the football field? I was like, I do. So the perseverance in all of this, like I said, like I didn't come from another country. I didn't come from being living on the streets or whatever. Mm-hmm. I didn't do that, but I think I had the same struggle, and so I don't know. I think if I was given today, I could I could do more.
Yeah,
and I think that too, because not that I'm in a rut, but I feel like I'm in a comfortable situation that I need another challenge. And I haven't had an actual true challenge where I felt like, I had to sleep on it and I can't sleep at night because I don't know if I can accomplish that challenge. I don't have those challenges. Every single morning I wake up, I know that I'm going to win. When I go to sleep very peacefully because I know I'm still going to win. And I think I need a challenge, and if I was presented a challenge, and it could, and I don't want like any crazy challenges,
No,
but like if someone's like, hey, I got this job for you, I think you could do it, but it's gonna be tough. That's the challenge that I feel like I would love to have.
Bro, I got to tell you this. Like, there was a question that I asked on the podcast episode a while back, and you came to mind. I said, would you rather have peace or joy, right? Mm-hmm. And when I asked that question, instantly, you just came into my mind, mm-hmm. right? And what I'm trying to present to you is, bro, I see you all the time. Mm-hmm. We hang out all the time. I go to your work to work out on my days off. Sometimes I see you. We're together a lot. Mm-hmm. I will never, ever know if you had a bad day.
Yeah.
I'll never know if you're fucking going through it. Mm-hmm. You have peace and joy on your face at all fucking times. That tells me, all right, my problems, I'll figure it the fuck out.
Figure it out.
And let's live life, and then the problems are going to be there. Fucking leave them at the house. Close the door. When we come back, the problems, I'll figure out the fucking problems. Mm-hmm. Dude, you have no idea what you've done, just your friendship has done to my mental, in my life, in my whole capacity. But peace or joy, bro, what you're saying now, I would never, ever, I've known you my whole life, but we've been real tight for 25 years. Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell you if you've ever had a bad day.
Oh, yeah. No,
I would have never known if you've ever had a fucking bad day.
Yeah. But I rarely have bad days. I had long days, but not a bad day. Sometimes, I come home, last week I come home, fucking long ass fucking day. And I wasn't pissed off about the long ass fucking day. I was just tired, right? I'm like, yeah. And Alex was like, how was your day? I was like, God, it was long. I said, it wasn't bad. I said, it was a nice day, actually. Like, it was, nothing happened, but it was just a long day. I'm tired. I think I'm just going to sit down and take off my shoes. She brings me my food. I eat. We watch a little show, and I can see her looking at her little watch, and she's waiting for 8 o'clock so she doesn't feel embarrassed that she needs to go to bed, right? And shoot, I was like, shoot, let's go to bed. I think it was 7:45. I was like, shoot, let's go to bed, and jumped in bed, and even a long, and it wasn't stressful. It was just I'm just tired, right? But it wasn't a bad day. Like I don't have a lot of bad days anymore.
And bro, for real, me being as close to you as I am, it fucking resonates with me, and it makes me understand that. I mean, if we were to have a voice recording of our fucking phone calls, Lita will call me like, cause I always call her. I always call her when I'm going home. Hey, babe, just got out of work. I'm heading home. See you in a minute. I mean, that's just what we do, right? And she's always like, "How's your day?" It was fucking shit. Like blah blah blah. I did blah 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 blah. And I always think about you. I'm like, man, I need to stop bitching. Because no one's going to know if I have a bad day if I stop bitching about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you ever don't or if you just don't bitch about it, for real.
What I have done for work, and I like all my coworkers, but I also just mind my own damn business, right? And like, I if I wanted to, I can get all worked up on some shit and nitpick and whatever. But also at the same time, like, we're all in the same level, right?
Yeah.
I'm not their boss, and they're not my boss. And so for me to get all upset like I'm the boss, what for? Like, they don't have to listen to me anyways,
yeah.
right? And so I'm like, you go do you, I go do me, and everybody does themselves. But for the most part, everything just flows just right because we have to hustle to make money, right? So we get paid twice. We get paid, the hospital pays us, and it's chump change, right? But if you want to make money, you're going to have to hustle, and everybody's on their hustle. And so I mentioned today, too, to one of my coworkers, the only other OG, and I told her, I was like, man, everybody trying to eat over here, right? And we, like, make sure, like, we get new people that join the staff. We tell them, we're going to help you eat. Like, we are so full of people, of clients, that we don't accept new people. So when the new kids come in, they're like, that person needs a trainer, that person needs a trainer, that and the person, and then they get a whole entire clientele, and they start making money. And so everybody's eating at work because that's the way we want it. That's the way we need it.
So I'll tell you this. I've been in my line of work ever since, dude, like my sophomore year at Tech. You know, when I needed work and I got fucking fired from the Health Science Center because they hired me on as a part-time employee. And then one, just out of the blue, they just said, hey, we don't have part-time employees. You need to go full-time. And I'm like, well, y'all hired me part-time because y'all know I went to Tech. They're like, well, you need to go full-time. So me being me, I was like, I'm out smart the system. I fucking still was just doing my, going to school, going in my part-time hours, and they fired me. So I was like, well, y'all owe me unemployment because y'all hired me as a part-time, blah, blah, blah. They're like, dude, unemployment doesn't pay part-time student, like part-timers. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. That fucking day, it was God, bro. It was God. That day, I got fired. I was like, fuck it. I need to go work out. I go to the gym, and I see the guy who ends up being my mentor, and he's there early. He's never there early. He's always there at 5. When I get off at 5, I go straight to the gym, and he's there early that day. And he's like, "Dang, you're here early today." I was like, "Yeah, you too." And he's like, "What happened?" I was like, "I just got fired from my job." And he was like, "Damn, for real?" And I was like, "I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do." Because I hadn't told my parents yet, and he goes, "Holler at me tomorrow." He's like, "I think we hire part-time people at our place." And I'm like, "For real?" He's like, "Yeah, man, holler at me tomorrow. I'll talk to the HR lady. I'm sure she'll find a place for you." Long ass story short, I get hired on. And then I finish school. That's my career. I get let go, and then I fucking moved to LPNL, right? I'm telling you all this shit because me and Eric have these conversations now. bro, we talk now. Like, I've been in this line of work for 25 plus years, and I'm like, that kid right there is 22 years old. That kid right there is 23 years old. You know, when we're partying, you know, and I'm like, this kid's making like 120, 130. And I'm like, why the fuck did that not happen to me? You know, how am I so different? And then I really think, really and truly think, it's like you said, God trusts you with, because I guarantee you, bro, I'm 22 years old making 120K a year. We're dead, bro. We're fucking dead.
Same.
Oh, balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
at that age, 22, at the age of 22, how I saw money, legit, how I saw money was how much fun I can have. That's how I budgeted. My fun was money.
Wow.
And everybody was like, and still to this day, people are like, man, y'all were always out of town. But they didn't know we were fucking splitting a hotel with 19 of us at like $10 a pop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So imagine me at 22 with that kind of money. Dude, I'd be renting Lamborghinis in Dallas, drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
We'd be dead.
Yeah.
We'd be fucking dead.
Yeah, the man, if I had $120,000, I had $120. God damn. And I was living life, right? Like over the top. I for sure was gonna be out drinking. I for sure was trying to go holler at some chicks. And those two things coexisted together, and there was nothing else that I gave a shit about when I was 22 years old.
Exactly. So, yes, my life happened the way it should have. And do I think God can trust me with more? Yes, because he didn't trust me back then. Because I was in the same line of work. So I always revert back to this stand-up comedy that Chris Rock said. I was a kid, and I can't even tell you what the comedy special was, but he was talking about how he lived in a fucking gated community, and he's Chris Rock. He's fucking Chris Rock. And he was like, my next door neighbor is a fucking dentist. And he was like, I fucking had to run through hoops and races and all this shit, and all you had to do was hop and skip to where you're at. And that's how I see my life, bro. Like, I went through so much obstacles to get to where the fuck I am. And, you know, there's a 22-year-old kid making 120K, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's all God's will. I know it because I'm 22 and I make that kind of money, I'd be dead. I'd be fucking dead. So do I trust God in knowing that if he can give me more? Yes, because you know why? Like you said, I've persevered through a bunch of shit to get where I'm at, but I've also understood that it was for a reason. So if he gave me more, I think he would trust me with more. Really and truly.
Yeah, I'm at the point where anything that's thrown to me, you can trust me with it.
It's insane.
Today.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I can see maybe like, let's say a family member, mom, brothers or somebody, and maybe something's going on in my life and I maybe see it on them. Like they're like, oh, what's going to happen from this? Because I used to be someone who would like, just no regard for anything or anybody else, you know, and just so I was an untrustworthy person because I was just so self-centered and so self-focused, and I'd burn the bridges around me and things like that. And not even intentionally, but just so spaced out and unaware, you know. And I think I was even having a conversation with my brother the other day, and I was telling him about a situation where my wife, before we got married, we had got pulled over, and I was like, bro, I told him all the details. I was like, bro, like low key, we should have like went to jail, and we should have had cases because of what happened. And I felt like, I don't know, I don't want to speak for him or think for him, but I could almost feel like the big brother in him just kind of like, he's like, wait, what? You know, like, Justin, what were you doing? Like, where was your mind at? Like, why would you do that? And I know he's just concerned, big brother, but it just took me back, and I was just like happy though to say I'm not that person anymore. Like I've grown from that. Like, you don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll never do that to you again. I'll never do that to my family again. Put them in a situation where you know, I could lose my life or my freedom. And that was actually the segue for me changing my life. Is, you know, I woke up in the hospital room after hitting a tree and blacked out.
Damn.
And, you know, I couldn't tell you exactly right now, but it was stupid high, my blood alcohol level. So much so that the nurse came in really pissed off at me. And she's like, you don't know what kind of luck you have, and you need to turn your life around, young man, and da-da-da. She was mad, the nurse. That was the only time I saw her. She never came back to my room.
That nurse was Big Mama.
She was Big Mama.
Yeah.
And I gave my life to the Lord in that hospital room, but yeah, I think if you see the contrast of my life from then till now, I think the Lord has shown his trust in me in those things and more, but also it came with the desire, like changing from wanting more to being content. You know, it's not that I want anymore, it's that I'm content with whatever. And it's in that contentment I find myself waking up to blessings or situations. I'm like, what? When you text me, you want to be on the show? I'm like, what? Like, yeah. You know, to me, that's more. You know, more opportunity to share, more opportunity to be a part of something, you know? So when it's those things, I'm like, yeah, I think the Lord could trust me with more, you know. And even with this, my album being out, I've tried to put this album out for a couple of years and it hasn't happened. And I look back and think, well, yeah, God couldn't have trusted me at those moments to take his word out to the people, because I have a relationship with him and I have an understanding of the scripture, but I didn't have necessarily the wisdom or maybe even the heart to understand what it was I was holding and what I was taking out to people and what it is that I'm standing for. You know what I'm saying? Do I have a desire to share with people? Yes, but there's a lot more to it than just that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think, man, just the right time. You know, God will show. He'll take you through the things to shape you and mold you and to be able to hold what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right now, can I take this opportunity to ask you about your homeboy?
Yeah.
Can you tell the people that's not an act?
Mike Servin.
Yes.
Yeah. No, not an act at all.
Like, that's really him.
That's him, man. And what's crazy is how I know it, bro, because after I hit that tree, woke up in the hospital, I lost everything. I had just put like $10K in a business. I was running a couple businesses. I was like living what I thought was like on top of the world. And when all that happened, I ended up moving into a church in Austin, Texas. Like, long story short, right? Ended up there. And in that men's home, I saw so much of people who were like that on fire for God, and then also who have a background of drug use. So when you mix those things together, that's not that's not abnormal. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I was kind of already prepped for who Mike is by experiencing that by people who weren't famous or known. Does that make sense?
No, yeah.
So like when I met Mike, it was just another brother in Christ who has the background he has, and I don't want to tell his story, but I mean, you could hear it.
Yeah, I don't want you to
up.
tell his story, but I want the people to understand, because that's your homeboy, right?
Yeah.
Like this whole like, dude, blah, blah, blah. That's not an act. That's him.
That's him, bro.
Yeah.
And you know that when we're sitting down at 5-6 o'clock in the morning having coffee and reading the Bible together, and he's dividing that word righteously, and he's truly a disciple of Christ and truly discipling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be different if he had came through and he didn't want to stay at my house, or he was too good for that, too, you know, whatever. Or maybe he did, but he never came out of his room. Or no, like, he's a true, you know, representation of a brother in Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Because I can't lie to you, bro. First time ever seeing him, like, I was like, who's this dude? Like, it's an act.
Yeah.
And then time after time after time, I thought to myself, well, fuck, maybe he isn't, right? Mm-hmm. And then I heard that, like, I heard he lived in Lubbock. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's true or not. But
he did for a while.
Okay, so then I heard, he lived in Lubbock. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then people told me, no, that's him. Like that's him.
Yeah.
So I came around to the idea of like that's not an act. That's not trying to get TikTok famous.
Right.
You know, that's not a social media presence. That's
Right.
him.
Yeah.
But bro, when I seen you posting with him,
Yeah.
you know, like, you know, legit video, legit content, that's when it really fucking hammered in home. I was like, that isn't an act. That's he's not doing this for clout.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, man, he's a joy to be around. You know, he would be here right here with me if he was in town. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd be down to come, and
That'd be badass, bro.
he's cool, bro. He's cool. He's an encouragement. He's got a beautiful family. So yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Dude, that's awesome. And I'm glad that you got to say that because I was one that really thought it was for clout.
Yeah.
Really and truly.
Yeah. A lot of people do, you know. I get that a lot, and I'm sure he gets that a lot. We made a song about it kind of too, so you know, when it comes out, I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun to promote that song.
That'd be badass.
Yeah.
Well, come on back.
Nah, we will.
So, Rodney, I'll ask you this. I'll ask you this before we go. Are you living or are you surviving?
Man, excuse me. I think it's honestly I can say I'm living. The direction I see that he's taking me in, it's living. You know, I get the pleasure to wake up every day, try to figure out a way that I can add value to whatever it is I'm a part of, whether it's food or, you know, whatever it is. So definitely I'd say I'm living. I'm at one point for sure surviving. You know, am I off where I want to be financially? No. But is financially everything? No. Like Eric said earlier, you know, networking for yourself is completely different when you're networking for somebody else. So I would say I'm living, you know, I'm healthy for the most part. My kids are healthy. You know, we're working towards something I think that's going to be beautiful at some point. That I know it's going to be beautiful at some point.
I was about to say, not think.
Know it's going to be beautiful at some point. So I'm definitely living, and I'm here for it. Whatever it is. If it's a setback, it's for a reason. If it's a success, it's for a reason. I don't question anymore. Things happen for a reason. So I would say 100% I'm definitely living right now.
Eric, are you living or surviving?
I feel like I am living. You know, I lived a life of survival and anything that I could do for tomorrow. But today I feel like I'm surviving. And not surviving, but living. And I know that because Alex was like, can we schedule another vacation? And you know you're living when you're like, yeah, sure. Because like when you're surviving, you're just trying to figure out like what are you gonna eat tomorrow?
What your next meal is.
Your next meal is this vehicle gonna get me to point B? And I've lived like that for sure. But no, I think I'm enjoying living.
Yeah.
I get to go home to Alex every single day, and we have our little dog, and he's our kid, and so no, I'm for sure living. Yeah, I get to go into my backyard and hang out. That's a nice little place to hang out at,
Yeah.
and I have good people around me that I get to live and they get to live in my my world and stuff like that. So no, I'm definitely living.
I can't tell you how much my wife has opened my eyes to living.
Mm-hmm.
So I've come on here, and if you're a fan of the show since the beginning, you've known that I've been a penny pincher my whole life. And watching my dad die and just wither away, and to realize that he had all this money tucked away, and to hear him his whole life like, we don't got the money for that, we don't got the money for that. And then when he passes away and the money was there, bro, you have no idea what that done to my mental, because I'm like, I was the same as him. We don't have the money for that. We don't have the money for that. And we did, but you've got to save for a rainy day. You got to save for this day. You got to save for that. So I'm missing out on life experiences. Mm-hmm. So then my coworker was like, bro, like, you got to go here. You got to go here. I've never been there. He's like, bro, like, you can. I'm like, I know, but I got to save for rainy days. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And then my wife was like, I can't, not throwing her under the bus. I'm really not. She lives for the moment at all the time. You know what I mean?
PTO or not.
Like, exactly. Like most people would be like, I don't have the PTO for that. My wife is like, I don't give a fuck if I got the PTO for that. I'm fucking going. You know what I mean? That type of mentality helped me understand to like really truly appreciate life, like and then her art, bro. We be driving down the road anywhere, and then she's like, the sky is so beautiful. It's so fucking beautiful about the sky. It's clouds, whatever, that type of shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then a couple years go by, and I'm like, fuck. The sky is beautiful, you know? And she's like, yeah, bitch, I've been telling you for fucking years, you know? Like, look up, enjoy. And then I'm like, God damn, that fucking... She's always been into plants. Like, we have an Amazon rainforest in our fucking den if you go back there. Like, driving down, I'm like, God dang, that plant is gorgeous. Like, she's like, yeah, like... She made me understand the beauty in the simple shit and everything. So I'm living, bro. I'm fucking living, because I don't give a fuck if we have past, thank God, knock on wood. But if we did have past due bills or whatever, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm enjoying the simplicity. I'm enjoying the simple things. I'm enjoying the beauty in everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm living life. I really am. Mm-hmm. I got to go to work tomorrow. Who gives a shit? Everybody's got to go to work tomorrow. But when I get out of work, hey, you know what? And you know what? TikTok has made me, for the last 2 years, TikTok has made me understand the simplicities of life. Because I'm all photography, right? So I built a quote unquote a monster fucking empire of photography with Instagram, right? So I'm getting hit up by alcohol brands that they want to send me free shit. I got a little taste of it, bro. Just a little taste of it. Like, hey, we want to send you a bottle and just post it on your stories. I really built a TikTok presence for my photography for alcohol, for my bourbon, because I love bourbon. And then all of a sudden TikTok fucked it all up, and Instagram goes to like Reels. Well, TikTok don't give a shit about photography no more. So I'm all of a sudden like no longer being hit up, whatever. So then I'm pissed at this whole social media presence. But then I'm like, you know what? I give TikTok a try. Dude, I have like everybody on the feed that's a single mom or a stay-at-home mom, and just posting about her day, about like the joys of like being a mom or whatever. And that helped me understand, like, fuck, there's fucking joy in everything. Mm-hmm. We just choose not to see it. Mm-hmm. You know, like, this lady has her kids. Some people don't have her kids. This lady's like trying to be a brand and like promote shit. Most people don't even want to fucking do that shit. Most people rely on the government or whatever.
Mike Servant's calling.
Dude.
Sorry. Mike.
What's up, brother?
What up, man?
Yeah, sorry, so late, bro.
Hey, you're good. Hey, real quick, I'm doing a podcast My brother JP, I just want you to tell him what's up real quick. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Cubic Force, what up, P?
Dude, I'm not even lying, Mike. Like, not only like 2 minutes ago, we were just talking about you, bro. And I was giving you your flowers because I was telling Justin that honestly, when you came on as a social media presence years ago, I really thought it was just for clout. And then I came along and I came around to understanding, bro, that's really and truly who you are, bro. And I truly appreciate that, man.
Hey, man, thank you, bro. Cubic Force.
Hey, can I call you when I get out of here?
Hey, I received my flowers, bro. They smell good. All right, catch you guys later. All right, yeah, for sure. Come later.
All right, love you, man. Peace.
But yeah, man, like just like I said, who the fuck would look to TikTok to understand that type of shit? But my wife, her being her artist mind, I can't. You know how you said you fanboyed at the live show? Mm-hmm. I'm not even joking, and I'm not lying. I fanboy my wife. I really do, man. Just to see her in the First Friday Art Trail in a little, what's that called? A little canopy. In a little canopy, selling her art, peddling her art, and then into a fucking studio. And for almost a year and a half, maybe a year and a couple months, but whatever, I was her biggest fan, right? So then she loses her drive for it. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna support my wife, whatever. But then her TikToks, bro. Like I said, I will be in bed. She's already crashed out, and I'm just like looking at her TikToks and like inspired, like with a smile from ear to ear because she don't give a fuck. She don't. She could care less. She really could care less. Her art, her whatever she cares about is what she cares about, and that's everything. The rest of the world, fuck everything. And I can honestly tell my wife right fucking now what's going on in the country. And right now is a bad fucking time in the country. We've got all this shit going on. She don't know shit. Mm-hmm. All she knows is her art, and all she knows is her own little world. But goddamn, that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Mm-hmm. You can say that's ignorant, or we can argue whatever, but she chooses to be happy. That is beautiful. Yeah. And that makes me fucking want to live life and not survive.
It's when people tell me that they don't know, like I might say something, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, the peace in mind that you live. Like pure yes. Peace in mind.
And that's my wife, bro.
Yes. And so, you know, I've met a lot of people like that. I'm like, wow, for real? Like, keep it like that. Like, please keep it that way. Even within whatever we are witnessing, there's a little bit of me that don't give a shit. And so I can stay in my world and have my peace. I tell everybody, I was like, you can think whatever side you want to think. I'm aware of what's happening. I'm also aware that it doesn't affect me, and I don't give a shit. So I'm just going to be aware of knowing what the news is. So when I can have a conversation, I can tell you. But I'm also going to be in my world and go to sleep very peacefully because I'm not gonna deal with that.
I used to get so pissed. I really did. Mm-hmm. I used to get so pissed. Like, how the fuck do you not know this is going on? Mm-hmm. And then I evolved to like, dude, I gotta protect that peace that she has because, okay, whatever. Some might argue it's selfish, but she just finds the joy in everything and fuck everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think
who am I to be mad at that?
Choosing the joy and peace, like you were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it comes down to. I'm not in tune as far as what's going on unless it gets to, you know, it comes across my feed or whatever. I'm not super political. I don't jump in and, to me, both sides are stupid, So it is what it is. And 9 times out of 10, whatever they're deciding, that's way up here. It don't even come down here to me.
Yeah.
So, they did that? Okay, well,
And like stuff is racist, right?
Yeah.
It's black stuff, it's Mexican stuff, and I'm like, you know what, man? I wake up, I go to work, I'm there for 13 hours, and not one time that I feel like someone was being racist to me. And then I come back home, right?
Yeah.
When we're deciphering race at work or whatever, it's like, oh shit, y'all do that? Like, yeah, that's what we eat. And they're like, God damn, for real. And so that's just how it is. Like, nobody is being, at least at where I'm at.
Yeah.
And it could be just my appearance. Like, nobody's gonna fuck with me, right? But I get to go home and be peaceful. And when I make it home, it is always peaceful. I thought the other day, I was like, people argue with their wives. Like I am fake arguing with Alex, right? Like it's real rare. And if we did have an argument, we went to sleep, we woke up, and then we just carry on as normal or whatever. So yeah, no, joy and peace is probably the philosophy we need to follow.
Legit, bro.
And people can call it being naive, arrogant, or whatever. I just think they're just choosing their mental health over all the bullshit.
It's mental health.
I mean, I'm gonna choose my mental health over anything. I mean, yeah, it sucks for some people or whatever, what's going on and all this other shit that's going on or whatever. But people are, Super Bowl's coming up on Sunday. People are up in arms about halftime performance.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you don't want, change it.
Yeah,
Mute it.
I don't know how
Who
many
cares?
times I didn't watch halftime.
Yeah.
And then we're like, well, I'm just gonna go outside. Like I don't feel like watching that. And then like you end up like 4 years later, like, oh fuck, I messed up. Like that was a badass halftime performance, right? And it had nothing to do with politics because I never make a decision based on politics.
Yeah.
Zero decision has ever been made. We go, this is those are not your beliefs. Those are someone else's beliefs that they told you to do. So I'm not even gonna follow that. So all my decisions are my own decisions. All the time.
My theory on this Super Bowl halftime show, really and truly, is it's man-made. It's purposely put in this position to divide us, to hate them or like them, and then if you like them and if you hate them, for us to fight each other for it.
See, I look at
that's how I see it as. It's purpose, and then like so we come to the point where he's saying like he's gonna do the Super Bowl halftime and show in the dress, right? Well, you got all these fucking old school hillbillies that love NFL. They're like, this motherfucker ain't gonna be in a dress. It's purposely done. It's all man-made. So I tell you that because I'm choosing not to give a fuck about the Super Bowl, like truly, this time.
I just want my numbers to hit.
I
I just want my numbers to hit.
Yeah, because I think that they want me to be a pawn and choose a side.
Play into it.
Yes, and I just choose not to play.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like all that advertisement money that's going, they've got their own. Us normal people are. I say us, but like probably most people are betting on the game. Those industry and like the richest of the rich, they're getting their money from the attention, from the numbers, the people watching
the
it,
negativity.
from the people tuning in, the people giving their opinion, constantly reposting. Like they're getting paid all that advertising money. Just they're just getting richer. It's just I
had a different outlook whenever they announced it, and people started talking their shit or whatever about it being, who it was, whatever. I look at him, he's a international star, right? I think he just won Album of the Year or something like that at the Grammys. And then you look at what the NFL is doing. They're going to play games in Germany and Ireland, and trying to grow the game. I think I saw somebody's going to be playing in Paris next year.
It's strategic.
So I think with him being an international star and the NFL trying to go international, I think it kind of ties in with what they're. I mean, haven't they played games down in Mexico as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that's the angle that they're trying to, and probably to the division or whatever. But no matter who they put up there on Super Bowl and halftime, somebody's gonna be pissed about it.
Yeah, it don't matter. And then they did the substitute halftime show, and the lineup came out, and I was like, if you're gonna do an alternative, you got to put some fucking badass motherfuckers on there, right? Like, it's still garbage. Like, and I'm like, I don't even know why we're even fighting. And the game is the Patriots, who I don't like. The Seahawks, it's whatever. The final score is going to be 21-17. It's going to be a defensive stance. If I might watch halftime, I might not. I might just go outside and go smoke a cigar, and like I have been for most Super Bowls.
But that's what I'm saying. I choose not to participate.
Yeah, I don't participate. Like, if I decided to not get up, and then I might watch the halftime show. It has no value to me. Someone else might watch it and like, oh, I love Bad Bunny. Oh, okay, cool. I've turned down Bad Bunny concerts, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And like, that's not my music. And so I listen to Spanish music, but I don't listen to that music. And so, but it does nothing to me. So it's whatever.
No, yeah.
However it turns out, I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl. I have boycotted Super Bowls, but it's because it was Tom Brady and Eli Manning. Like, I ain't watching that shit, and so I'll watch it.
Yeah.
And but it's whatever.
Yeah, I get it, but either way.
Yeah.
Anyways, Rodney, thank you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
it. Thank you.
Justin, dude, bro, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, daddy-daughter dance, goddamn, bro. Thank you.
That was
For
cool.
real, man.
Yeah.
Before we go, man, do you have any final thoughts?
Man, I just want to say, bro, like just like last time, bro, it's an honor seeing you grow in the Lord. I think for me personally, that's my perspective. That's what I see when I see. I always wonder, like, did he know when because I wasn't around for the first podcasts. I wasn't there for those. I didn't jump on till way later. I had seen someone I know on the podcast, and I've been a fan ever since. I don't think I've rarely missed an episode, but I just think, like, I wonder if he thought that he would be talking about faith as much as he does, because he didn't seem like somebody who would, or who like, you didn't. This isn't a Christian or a faith-based podcast,
Bro, this podcast came about to talk about our favorite memories and my most slapdick fucking entertainment type shit.
Yeah.
And then
So for me, I'm just getting a joy out of seeing God work in you and in the people that are around you. It's like that's the most natural thing to happen. So, for Rodney to share his story, I didn't know his story. I didn't know how y'all knew each other. But after just hearing it today on the podcast live, I'm wowed. Like, dang, the Holy Spirit's moving in this place, and I'm seeing it. So I'm just baffled almost. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm just taken away by what I'm seeing. Somebody who I truly seek to be a person of influence for the Lord. I see you doing that, and I love it. So yeah.
Well, thank you, bro. Really and truly.
And I don't know if you're trying to do that or
that's
not.
What
you know
I'm
what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. This podcast never started with a faith-based presence.
Yeah.
And then it became it. And I told my boy Ramos, because I'm like, dude, sometimes I think, like, could my podcast be a Christian-based podcast? Because I never really, in the beginning, never really thought to bring God in every episode, and then it just so happened.
Yeah.
Every episode was God, 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 and bro.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to watch, bro.
And I got to tell you this, man, real talk. You are always a #1 commenter on YouTube, bro. Like, really and truly. but it's like Rodney said, he didn't think I was going to ever reply or whatever. I reply to everything. But when you gave me my flowers for fasting,
Oh yeah.
bro,
Oh yeah. I wanted to talk
Dude.
about that. Yeah.
I wanted to be like, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Because I came on the podcast like trying to say like it wasn't that hard. It was hard,
Oh, yeah.
man. It was hard. But I just stuck to God and I fasted for 3 days with nothing but water and Diet Coke, and then I did it. And I felt like coming out of the water for air, right? Like everything was better.
Yeah. Bro, the thing about fasting on a spiritual level is that things happen that you don't even know happened. Like spiritually speaking, things are going on and working out, and by you fasting, like what is like a key to that happening. So like just continue to expect God's hand to move, you know what I'm saying, in your favor, and man, just like those things that you pray for. Like I even remember that episode you talked about like waking up in the morning and saying your prayers and meditating. It's like you don't know that you're even so many things we talked about tonight. I wanted to jump in and say that this is a scripture for that. There's a scripture for that. The scripture is happening right here, right now, bro. And it's just cool. Yeah.
Thank you for coming, bro.
Yeah. Thanks
Really,
for.
truly.
I thought low key. I thought I was like, oh, he's gonna be mad at me. He ain't gonna want me to come.
Nah, dude, it's never that.
So-
It's never that. Tonight's episode was just supposed to be us three. So when you said I could make it, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
Let's
yes.
make it a 4-panel. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. Ron, you got any final thoughts, bro?
Man, I think I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. You know, with Justin saying that, you know, daddy-daughter dance, you know, he didn't know if he was going to make it. He made it. He was here for a reason. I'm definitely taking away from what you're saying, you know, and I agree 100%, piggyback on what he said. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't know how I came across your podcast. I think, honestly, I was just scrolling through podcasts and I saw Lubbock, Texas, and I was like, hell yeah, you know, listen to it or whatever. It was for a reason, you know, for a reason. Like you said, we're connected for a reason. I'm super humbled by it, super blessed by it, grateful by it. You know, when you send me text messages, you know, from here or there, it always hits, you know, when I'm kind of going this way a little bit, you know, pops up on my phone. It always hits and gets me back on track. So, man, keep doing what you're doing, brother. Love you for it. Like I said before, you've accepted us in to the fold, and I'm forever grateful for it. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. You know, we said it earlier, but I don't know any other friendship in my life where we instantly became family. And that was us, man.
Yep.
I really and truly was like, okay, he might come to the live show. And then you were like, hey, what's a good hotel in that area? I was like, a la verga. He's coming to the live show? Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And then so when I saw you, I was like, what's up? And
Yeah.
then boom, it was instant family from then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, man, I was completely fanboying seeing you, seeing, you know, Eric, San Juan, even, you know, Jonathan Ramos. You know, we listen to them too. And seeing them, and then the main guy from what's the other with the three guys podcast?
The Polar Opposites?
Yes. Seeing the
Justin.
main guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Justin.
Seeing
Justice.
him. Yeah, seeing him out there, I was like, man, I was just sitting back like a fly on the wall, dude. Like that first episode or that first live show, and it was dope, man. It was dope.
Yeah.
So, thank you. This has been fun. It's
Well,
been
thank you
fun.
for coming, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. Eric?
Man. Thanks for everybody for coming. And what I have to say is you always have to look for your peace and joy.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not in peace and you're not enjoying life, you have to reevaluate your life and find it. And you don't have to be rich. You don't have to have everything in the entire world. You just have to have peace.
Yeah.
100%.
And if you have peace, you'll have joy.
Fuck yeah. Thank you guys for coming. We know we come on here and we talk about support I really want to thank my support team, and really and truly, thank you to Jimenez and Friends Barbecue. Thank you for Cuevas Drive-In. Thank you for Bubba and Bree. Those guys, they didn't know me from anything. And just like y'all, man, like, they fucked with me and I fucked with them, and it was a beautiful friendship from there. But I will always plug and promote them. If you're in the Lubbock fucking area and you hadn't had Bubba and Bree and you hadn't had Jimenez and Friends or Cuevas Drive-In, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life.
Marking off Cuevas tomorrow morning.
Let's
Dude.
go.
Tell them I sent you, bro.
Yeah,
'Cause
marking
they'll
off
take care of
Cuevas
you.
tomorrow.
Yeah. They will fucking show you some love. But until next time, guys, read some books.
Yes, Lord.
Hey yo, JP, tell me what's the deal? Is it real that you got the hottest podcast in the land of the trail? Then tell me what's the deal, because I really need to know it. The way you wanna show it, you rip the shit like a pro. You really should be a poet, like Edgar Allan Poe. You killing shit and they just know it. And thanks to San Juan, I got this drink, I might just pour it. Got me feeling like Don Juan, pimping shit while they hoeing. As far as culture goes, we goated, bitch, and they know it. And I don't like to bloat it, but I know that I'm goated. I know that JP is goated. And this is not a long song, cause the credits are rolling. But I'ma tell you one more time that we fucking goated for real. Best podcast for real. Man, what's the fucking deal, yeah? Like, tell me what's the deal? The best podcast in the West, man, the king of the trill, for real. Jackie, man, told him for real. What's up, JP? What's up, San Juan, man? You know where I be.
My brother Mike, maybe cousin, West Virginia, coal mines. Say what's up, Mike. What are your babies doing?
I'm in the other room.
He knows he's on the episode, right?
You know you're on the episode, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they good. They in bed.
Yeah.
I'm a good parent.
Yeah. All right, just make it.
They're both fully bathed. They had the medicine, the full bellies.
And you're a black father too, so that accounts for a lot.
Yeah, and they didn't have chicken tonight. You know what I mean? Trying to break that stereotype.
Yeah, and you came back with the milk too, right?
We lactose in this family.
No milk, just cigarettes.
All right, man.
Mike, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Much love to you, bro.
Oh, man, I'm fucking happy feeling, man. Appreciate it.
So watch the YouTube in a couple weeks.
You know I will.
Yeah. All right, brother. We'll holler at you later.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
You too.